Okay, so for this first question, I started with asking the user to enter the mass in kilograms, and then I put that as like an input question, and so that's what the variable mass would equal, and I just chose 40, and then I calculated the weight in newtons, so that is mass times 9.8, and that is the variable of weight. And then I displayed the calculated weight. So print F the object's weight is, and then weight, and then 0.2 F newtons. So 392 newtons. And then checking the weights category. So it's an if statement. So if the weight is over 500, it prints that the object is too heavy. Or if it's less than 100, it's too light, or anything else is acceptable. So it ended up being acceptable. And then for the color mixer, I defined the primary colors, which are red, blue, and yellow, and then I prompted the user to enter two colors, and then I decided to put one that was wrong, just to go with the problem. And then you check if both inputs are valid and different. So if color 1 is not in primary colors, or color 2 is not in primary colors, then you must enter only red, blue, or yellow. Or if they're equal to each other, you must enter two different primary colors, and then anything else is like the mix of it. So since I put red and orange, you must only enter red, blue, or yellow. And then for the roulette wheel colors, I asked the user for a pocket number, which was an input thing, and then I did 25. So, and then it's an if statement. So if it's less than 0 or above 36, then it's an error, and it must be between 0 and 36. Or if it's equal to 0, it's green. And then if it is less than or equal to 1 or 10, it's black, and then the rest of the colors. So, and then if it's anything else, it's an error, and you have to enter an integer between 0 and 36, and then since I did 25, it's red. Okay. And in book club points, I asked the user to enter the number of books purchased, and then that was an input variable as well. And then from the problem, I chose 8. And then you need to validate the input, so it's an if statement. So if it's less than 0, then it can't be calculated, can't be negative. And then anything else, or if it's not 0, if they didn't put 0, if they actually put a number, you determine the points awarded. So if it equals 0, then it's 0. If it equals 2, it's 5. If it equals 4, it's 15. If it equals 6, it's 30. And if it's greater than or equal to 8, it's 60. And then anything else for like numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, it's 0. And then display the results, 60 for what I put. Okay, for shipping charges, I asked the user to enter the weight of the package, another input 1. I just decided to say 16. I don't remember if that was a part of the problem or if I just came up with that. I think I just came up, yeah, okay. So I entered 16, and then you have to validate that. So an if statement, if it's less than or equal to 0, then it needs to be a positive number. And then if it's a positive number, determine the rate per pound. So if it's less than or equal to 2, it's 1.5. Less than or equal to 6, it's 3. Less than or equal to 10, it's 4. Anything else is 4.5 or 4.75. And then the total charge calculation is weight times rate. So, and then I displayed the shipping charges, which is $76 for the number I put in. Okay, for February dates, you ask the user to enter the year. So it's enter a year, and then I did 2005. And then you determine if it's a leap year. So if the year divided by 100 is 0, oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, if it's, okay, so if the year is divided by 400 equals 0, then it is a leap year, and if it's not, then it's not a leap year. And then divided by 4, if it's 0, it's a leap year, and if not, it's not a leap year. And then display the number of days in February. If it's a leap year, it has 29 days, if not 28 days. So if February in 2005 has 28 days. I guess I should have said had instead of has, but that's okay. Restaurant selector, get dietary restriction info from user. So ask if anyone is vegetarian, vegan, or gluten-free. I just decided to say yes for vegetarian, vegan, and then no for gluten-free. And then define the restaurant's options with their dietary support. So these are all the restaurants. This took me a while to write out. I kept forgetting stuff and messing up, but I eventually figured it out. So that's all of that. And then filter the restaurants based on dietary restrictions. And then here are your restaurant choices. And then for the ones given, what I put in, if vegetarian equals yes and not options. Vegetarian, same thing for the rest of them. So mine ended up being Corner Cafe in the Chef's Kitchen.